What's going on, everybody? So today in class we actually went over, a while back I took this test thing for a college class, and today we went over it, and it was energetics or something like that. But essentially it was just a, personality thing. It tells you whether you're a social person or whether you're just, a creative or structural or, very analytical style. It basically had 4 different categories, and go figure, I scored like an 86% creative. So basically what it said is I was first creative, 86% creative, and then like 16% analytical. So for the most part, I'm like this, according to this test, I'm like a mega creative person with a little bit of analyticalness to myself. And then I'm almost nothing social, and I have no structure whatsoever, which, yeah, it pretty much nailed me down pat. But it made me start thinking, it's interesting because creativity comes in different levels, and obviously everybody has a different level. And I started thinking of that in terms of books, writing a book. Because you get like a lot of lawyers and stuff that write books too. Oftentimes theirs are, either courtroom thrillers or mystery novels, because that's kind of their area of expertise, what they enjoy. But at the same time, it's working in their minds and how their minds work. And it's fascinating to me because I think of them and I think, they have obviously high creative structure and mind, because if they don't, then they're not going to be able to write the book. But at the same time, I think they have very analytical, very structural mindsets in order to be able to come up with the whole murder thing that happened and write a book of that type. They have to keep everything very logical, everything in order. Whereas with me, I write the most imaginative, and that's like fantasy stuff, fantasy and sci-fi. Sci-fi, a little less than fantasy, just because you have to have a kind of analytical mindset because you're getting into technologies and all that other stuff. But I write fantasy, where everything is just purely imagination. Just completely 100% imagination. That's why I love the Willy Wonka song, Pure Imagination, with Gene Wilder. Great movie. Too bad he passed away, but, it happens. Either way, it was interesting to me thinking about that from that perspective of, it's what I do, and it shows in my work. I have a mindset of pure creation, pure imagination, and it shows. That's why I love fantasy so much. It takes so much more imaginative power versus a lawyer book. Because a lawyer book's based in reality. It doesn't take a lot of creation in your mind to build the world that they're going to be in, because it's the world we live in now. It just has some imaginary characters, maybe a few imaginary places, but it still follows the same rule set. Whereas in fantasy, everything can change for any reason at all. There's no rules whatsoever. They're all created and made up. And, it really takes a specific mindset to get into that. A lot of people can't do it. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If we had everybody doing that, the world would be a mess. I would not want a world full of me's, trust me. But it takes a specific mindset to get into that. And that's kind of what I was thinking. Either way, that was my thought. I don't know why I found it fascinating, but I did. Thought about it the whole drive home. And it's just interesting. So as a side note, I am doing a challenge thing with Kim Chance and her stuff. There's a whole shindig she put together on a website. I'll probably link the website below so I can revamp it in my brain. I think that kicks off today, which would be good because I just started the book, so I wrote a couple thousand words today, and if it doesn't start today but tomorrow, then I'm a little early. That's okay. Either way, I started another book. Gonna have a rough draft done in a month, hopefully. That's the idea. And, we'll see what we do from there. Still crushing it with Soulless Ones and getting ready to put that back out for another round of agenting and all that other crap, and hope that somebody picks it up. But I guess we'll see. I'd love to hear from any of you guys, hear what you guys are up to, and I guess I'll see you next time. Later.